Reasons to build a business and become rich is because of who you become in the process of building the business. When I started this business, especially my first one, I was wimpy, lazy, short-sighted, couldn't see beyond the next week, didn't have any discipline. But in having a vision, that vision started to consume me and turn me into somebody else over time. I became consumed with it. You'll know that you are in the right business because you will become consumed with it, and eventually it will change you. You no longer watch the clock. You no longer think about how long you're doing it. You will go for hours. I would go for hours without eating. My wife would have to tell me to eat. You haven't eaten anything today. It's 5 o'clock. You have not eaten. That's common. You stay up sometimes all night. And I share with maybe the last 2 or 3 classes, I would have trouble sleeping at night. I would have trouble sleeping because turning my brain off. I just could not turn it off. I'm constantly thinking. And so I have a routine. It takes me about 2 hours to go to sleep at night. Some of you, y'all say, what? I mean, I'm gone just like that. You're just gone just like that. My wife will go in the middle of a sentence. I'll be talking to her. She's gone. I'm serious. And he's gone. How many of you, when you lay down, you're pretty much gone? It doesn't take long. How many of you have trouble turning it off at night? You got to wind down, go through a routine. Yeah, I got to wind down and go through a routine for me. But I pretty much, I don't know if y'all going to like this or not, but my wife understands that. She's a morning person. I'm a night person. I tried to change it for years. I tried to be a morning person. I tried to change it for years. Now, I will tell you all, for years, I got up every morning at 5 a.m., and from 5 to 7, I spent time in prayer. And I actually went to my church, and we prayed for, 2 hours in the morning. I did that for years. And God gave me the grace to do that for years. I'm not up at 5 in the morning now. I'm barely getting to sleep at 5 in the morning now. But I did learn something because so many people, your secret to success, you got to get up early and all of that. And I know it's biblical, so I do understand that. But what I did learn is that God kind of just works with everybody how he made them. So I understood. I'm a night person. I'm probably not going to change it. I've been trying to change it for years, and it never worked. And guess what? I'm being fruitful, and I'm being productive. And there's people that get up early in the morning and are not producing squat. So it does not necessarily mean that is the secret to success. You need to get up, but you need to go with, when am I at my peak? When am I at my best? And you got to know what that is for you. When do you flourish? What is that time frame when you are your sharpest? That's important for somebody. And it's important for some of you to get out of the box and be okay with who you are and how you're made. So, who you become in the process. I actually like the person I've become because now building a business turned me into somebody else. Instead of quitting, instead of giving up, because I never did quit. Now I don't care much about what people think. Not arrogant. I just don't care what people think. Everybody's got an opinion about everything. I don't care what people think. I've now gotten to a point where, you know what, and somebody told me that you don't get that way until you're about 50 years old, where you finally figure out who you are and you stop worrying about what other people think you are. Somebody said 40. Some people in their 40s, they still bound by what other people think they are. But not in this room. Not in this room. Who you become. So when God gives you a vision, in his mind, building this business is not just about making the money. It's not just about building something. He's giving you something that's going to call on the best in you. Y'all get that? It's going to call on the best in you to build that up. It's going to call on you who feel like you got like a worldwide ministry or business? It's going to call on the best of you to do it. And you can do it. And so I love that piece right there, who you become. It was Jim Rohn, the late Jim Rohn, that said in one of his seminars, every one of you should set a goal to become a multimillionaire because of who you will become or what it will make of you to achieve that. Did y'all get that? Because to do that, you got to become a different person. Some people will ask the question, what do I have to do to climb Mount Everest? Wrong question. Who do you have to become to climb Mount Everest? Who do you have to be to do that?